Oh, we're live. Hello. Back at home now. Back in the crypto shed. Sorry for the confusion and stuff that was going on. It's just my luck. I don't tend to have a boring life. If I'm ever doing a live video, it means either I've got a gap. So if I feel like, oh, I've got 20 minutes, 10 minutes, I think, oh yeah, I'll do a live video. Or even when I come out to the shed, normally it's because, you know, I've stopped working, we've had dinner, put the kids to bed, then my missus says, you know, like, oh, should we watch this, or do you want to do a video later, or are you going to do it now? And then whenever that free time is, that's when I come out here and I talk to you guys. So my son was at football and I thought, he's at football till 6:30. The envion update comes out at 6. So I was watching him play, and then it got to 6 o'clock and the article came out. It was really sunny, like really bright. And I couldn't read the update properly. So I was reading it. I thought, I'll go back to the car. And while I was sitting in there, I thought, I've got 20 minutes. I'll do a live video. And if you watched it, it doesn't really come out in the video too much because you can't hear all the background noise. But all of a sudden I heard this massive noise and there was a helicopter landing really, like, quite close. But more importantly, it happened like on the field that my son was playing football. So the helicopter landed and I thought, oh, I hope nothing's... I was trying to still talk to you guys, but then I thought, oh shit, yeah, actually, what if it's my kid that's being put in the helicopter? So obviously I went out, had a look, and then where I'd left the car was in a really awkward place. People started queuing up and beeping. So I had to go back to the car, and I was doing all that in the live video. And yeah, it didn't come across very well. I'm really sorry, but it was a bit of entertainment, a bit of fun. I hope you guys got some sort of laugh or enjoyment out of it. Someone made an awesome comment. I said, oh, I wonder what's happened. But, you know, obviously someone got put in the plane, and someone put, someone commented saying, must have been an envion holder. Could have been. So I thought I'd come back, do a live video properly. We can go through the envion update together. Before we get into all of that, though, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like this content. My name's Glenn. I should probably start off by saying this is my cryptocurrency channel called Glen. I'm trying to vlog as I go along my ups and downs in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you want to follow me on that journey, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this live format. I've changed it up a bit actually today because I said in my last video, oh, I bet the price of envion's dropping. So I thought, if I'm out here for an hour or so, we can monitor together. So you'll see, I know my screen looks pretty cluttered as it is, but we've got the live chat, we've got me, we've got the internet, and then now we've got a graph at the same time. So there's a lot of information on this little screen. But hopefully you guys don't mind and you can follow with it. So, where shall we start? So they've brought out an update called May the 4th. And, well, not called it May the 4th, but that's just that's the date. This update is very neither here or there. There isn't really anything to get excited about, but then there also isn't really much bad news, I suppose. It's just basically saying, hey guys, we're still working. Thanks for staying by us. That's pretty much essentially what the whole thing is. But let's go into it into more depth. We'll read through it. You guys can jump in, join the live conversation, join in the conversation. If you want to communicate with me outside of these videos and you don't want everyone to see what you're saying, you can contact me through Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, all with the name Glen. Or you can use the link down below, the Telegram group chat. Click on that and you can join the group. There's about 150 of us now. You know, there's no shilling, there's no paid promotional stuff, there's no scams. I'm not saying there never will be because people always get through, but I'm trying to keep a close eye on it. Obviously, the bigger the community gets, that's going to be harder and harder. So I'm hoping, obviously, the admins help me out as well. So, but yeah, feel free to join that anyway, and hopefully it's a safe place you can all sort of chat amongst yourselves and to me and give opinions, views, you know, on what's going on in crypto. Ryan's joined the video. May the 4th be with you. Good old Star Wars day. The Force was with someone. Right, so let's get into it then. This envion update. So, greetings, envion token holders. Thank you so much for bearing with us on the last few weeks. We know it's not been easy to wait for updates, and we thank you for your patience. So, I think they had to address that straight away, really, because that's the thing that's probably been annoying people the most. Just the complete, going silent. That's probably wound people up even more so, even if it was just small rubbish updates. Nothing at all. But then on the flip side of that, I'm part of a couple of different groups through Telegram. So I see a lot of different opinions, different views. And like I say, I love different views and opinions on different topics. I don't just think, oh yeah, my one's the only one and my one's the right one. I like hearing other people's views. And some people are like, yeah, this is really bad that they ain't giving us regular updates. But then, other people are like, well, what do you expect? This is like a proper company. They're not going to be posting like, hey guys, we've just been toilet, give us a thumbs up. So I see it from both sides. I suppose it is more professional to do it in this format, just release one update for everyone to see at the same time, rather than posting it in Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, all at different times and wording it slightly different. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I would like to see more updates just to keep you excited, really. It keeps you motivated, keeps you wanting to hold on to tokens. If there's not another update now, let's say for a couple of months, unless they announce in that period, like, oh yeah, we're paying dividends out tomorrow, unless there's an update like that, they haven't given me any reason to think, oh yeah, I need to keep hold of my envion tokens. They're going to go up in price. They've given me no reason for that, so we'll see. Frederick says, yo, 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 it's going to be a party, y'all. Joshua says, glad I was able to give you a laugh though, Glenn. It was pretty funny, I must admit. It did make me laugh quite a lot. The Buttshead said, what is the price of envion at the moment? So, at the moment, it's trading for about 400 Satoshis, which in dollar terms, I believe, I don't know if there's a way of trading view chart. Oh, that's a bit clearer actually. It's about 35 cents. So it was at 51 and a half before the update, and then literally straight after you can see this massive decline. This is where it was at, sort of 500 Satoshis, and it dropped all the way down. It went all the way down to its lowest of 350 Satoshis. It went up a bit, and now it's come back down again. So I actually said, and I don't mean to, obviously I'm not right because I've lost money today, but I did say yesterday in my video, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Oh, my days are getting mixed into one another. I thought if they released a really good update, I could see the price of the token going from between 70 cents and $1. That's where I thought it could go. I also said on the flip side, if it's a really boring, stagnated, just a no news sort of update, I could see it dropping between 30 to 35 cents. And went down to 35 cents. So, yeah, I was pretty spot on with that. Now, I knew that, and I toyed with the idea all day, because I actually converted my envion tokens back into Bitcoin, as I told you guys. Now, before I go ahead, I'll just let you know I had 0.0102 of a Bitcoin, yeah? So, it equated to about, I don't know, what's that, about $900, I'm going to say, maybe $880, something like that. So, all day I thought, should I buy envion tokens? What if the update? And then they released an announcement during the day saying, guys, we've got an announcement later on. So they had an announcement for their announcement And that made me think, oh, actually, this could be a big announcement. If they're making everyone like, you need to see this at 5 o'clock today, or 6 o'clock it was, in UK time. If you need to see this update. So I thought, oh, if they're saying that, it must be pretty big. So I thought, okay, I'm going to buy these envion tokens, and if the update is shit, I knew straight away. That's why I wasn't too bothered. I knew, and I said it in my video yesterday, I'm going to lose probably 40-50% of whatever I put in there. So I bought my envion tokens today at 45 cent, I believe. No, 44, something like that. Then it went up to 45, 56, 57, and I thought, geez. You know, it went up to 50 cent, and I thought, oh, no, 51 cent, I think. And I thought, oh, should I sell them at this price now? And I thought, oh, now the update's going to come out. This was about 5:30, 5:45, and I thought, no, I'll wait. I might as well wait, because what if they release a really good update and the price goes up to like $2 or something? I'll be like, fuck. You know, I've gone through the whole envion process from literally from before it even started all the way, and then sort of towards the end, like, you know, I don't actually cash in on some profit. So I thought, this is a complete gamble. It's literally a 50-50 roll of the dice. I'll see what happens. And unfortunately, it didn't go my way. So I invested in them, obviously today, and the price has plummeted. I actually said in my video as well, oh, I can imagine the price now going to 20 cent. No, I think someone commented saying, oh, the price is going to 20 cent. And that made me think, oh shit, if it's dropping that quick. Obviously I saw this within the first couple of minutes, like literally minutes. And I thought, oh god, this is going to bottom hard. So I thought, right, so I sold mine after I finished that last live video. Well, the helicopters were kicking off, for about 35-36 cent per token. So I only received 0.0080 something back. So I did lose out on about $200 worth of Bitcoin. So I lost $200 today on this announcement coming out. And I'm sure you guys will be going, Glenn, you're an idiot, you're stupid, why didn't you just hold, why don't you just... I just thought, do you know what, there's no point me holding on to tokens. There's no benefit at all. I'd rather the Bitcoin that I've converted it into, holding on to that for the next month or two and wait for them to bring out another update where I'll probably lose money again. Someone said, I'm up $2,000 from divesting from envion a month and a half ago. I'm happy I got a refund on my credit card investment. Did that go through all right, baby London? What, that went through that quick? It was only 2 days ago you mentioned it. So you got all your money back and now you've invested it in something else. That's good news. PJ said, what did I miss? You missed the Titanic sinking. Nah, it wasn't that bad actually. Butcher said, geez. Baby London said, I sold my Ethereum envion investment now, by the way. PJ says, buy Litecoin. Butcher said, why Litecoin? Real world use of Litecoin, because it's great. Not sure at PJ. Oh, okay. I like money. Glenn, put all your money into Litecoin, ZRX, and BTC. Ryan says, Glenn, you have a look on Wallet Investor on envion. It's not good reading. I'd jump ship. What do you mean by that? Wallet Investor on envion, it's not good. I know Wallet Investor can be a load of bollocks, but it's the first crypto I've seen within a 12-month prediction with hardly anything. I don't disagree with you there, Ryan. They came out in... Well, they were going to start their process at the beginning of December. That got pushed back to mid-December. Obviously, the ICO went on till mid-January. Then they said You know, the whole point of paying by Ethereum was so that you got your tokens the quickest, which took weeks, if not a month or two. Then obviously they said we've got to wait for a KYC process. You've got to wait for an audit process before you start receiving dividends. And there's these little key phrases. So like, once the audit process is done, you will start receiving dividends. So they imply that as soon as this audit's done, we're going to receive these dividend payouts. With this update today, they've sort of hinted along the lines of you won't get dividend payouts until the audit's done and the machines that have been running have been paid for by the CEO, so I assume he's going to want his money back first. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So to me, there's no real benefit in holding the tokens at the moment. The only thing I would say is that when this becomes big, maybe in 6 to 8 months' time, you're going to think, oh, I wish I bought them when they were 35 cents. It may go even lower than that today. We shall see. We'll see if they'll go any lower during this live video. They look like they could be. Babylon says, that bit, Glenn, the bank refunds you within 48 hours, but get this, they usually expect you to request the refunds within 100 days, but realistically, you can have them back. You can have them look into scams beyond this point frame. This coin is shit, I assume that meant to say. Just like hash flare. Thanks, PJ. The two things that I've talked about since I've been doing these YouTube videos. Not doing too good, am I? Not doing too good. Right, so let's crack on. The envion team have been hard at work developing mining solutions that meet the needs of customers and respond to the changing environment in crypto. All in all, company prospects are positive, and the conditions for mining and dividends have continued to improve since the ICO. Have they? I assume that means because the price of the token's gone down. Your return on investment is obviously going to be a lot better. Production. Production at our EU factory has been brought up to the point where the production line and the supply chain is in place and ready for mass production. The founders have brought the conditions for mass production to the point where it's possible to start scale production within 3 days. Now, I'm only going on what envion have been like in my experience so far. They're saying here, because it's quite easy to read that statement and say, oh, they're going to start mass production on Tuesday. So let's rethink this a second. They have brought the conditions for mass production to the point where it's possible to start full-scale production within 3 days. Now, that doesn't actually say 3 working days or 3 normal days, but obviously tonight is Friday night. I assume these people are not working Saturday, Sundays. In the UK, at least, it's a bank holiday on Monday. I don't know if anywhere else in Europe it's bank holiday. Let's say it's not. So potentially then, that could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the production can start on these machines. Potentially. Or on the other flip side of that, you could say Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So production would start on Tuesday. But they're saying they're at a point where it's possible it could happen. So I think if they really wanted their token price to go up, they would have worded it, we will start producing MMUs on Tuesday. You know, be really bold and clear about it. The fact that they're saying, well, it's sort of possible we could maybe, potentially, if, you know, all goes according to plan, we might be able to start making these MMU in 3 days' time. So just take that with a pinch of salt. At present, the only thing required to begin an executive approval of the use of the ICO funds for mass production and execution of the token subscription agreement. Now, I just assumed, this may be me being completely stupid. I just assumed that once the ICO finished and we gave them all their money, the $100 million, I thought they had it. You know, it's up to them what they do with it. But it appears not. Apparently, they haven't had, you know, the go-ahead to spend that sort of money yet. I actually see that as a really good thing. So they're basically saying, look, we're not going to spend any of your money until we know this is all going through. We've got everything in place. Everything's all geared up, waiting to go. To me, this screams legit company. It really does. The amount of ICOs that I see are like, right, we're going to do this as of this date, and it's, in my mind, it's unrealistic, and at least they're being cautious, let's just say. So I think that's a positive. So good work, envion. In the meantime, MMUs have been produced since the end of the ICO. So we know that they had one already because that's the one they used to advertise the firm. That's the one they used in all their marketing. That's the one they used for their testing, for their hash rates and powers and mining pools and stuff like that. So we know they had definitely one. And we know that they had a second one because we saw it being made, and obviously they were sharing photos of that second one, the mining equipment being added to it, all the rigs, the GPUs, the electrical equipment, and everything like that. So we know that they've got at least two. Now, since they've been sharing updates and posts, there's only ever been pictures of 2 MMU units in any photo. And I think this was brought up by UPJ, or it might have been Russell, but they actually said, have you noticed there's only ever 2 MMU units in any photos? And since they pointed that out to me, I'm like, yeah, you're right, actually. And every time I saw an update, I'm like, oh yeah, they've just got them too. And in a conversation that someone sent to me from another group conversation, they just took a screenshot. Apparently, Lorette, the managing director of communications or whatever it is he does, he actually said, we only have the 2 MMUs running continuously at the moment. So we have to take it on the base, them saying that the MMUs that have been produced since the end of the ICO have been funded by one of Envion's founders, who continues to finance Envion operations to maintain the momentum of the ICO and reduce the time to dividends as much as possible. So that's really good there on their end, that they're not actually touching any of our money yet. On the flip side, I suppose you could say, well, actually, that's probably holding everything back. But apparently this guy's put up in the money. I assume, obviously, because they've got 10% of the coins. I can't remember how many coins they had. It might be 84 million or something. He's got 10%, or the managers have got 10% between them. So they've got 8 million tokens. So it's in their best interest to try and get that token price up to, you know, $10 or whatever it could be one day. So we have to take it on. We just have to. Worst case scenario, they've got the original 2 MMU units mining at the moment. It could be just a matter of days until we restart production at our first factory, with preparations complete to commission additional facilities and increase production capacity. Despite the 7-figure funded investment, continued production will wait until the appropriate administrative conditions are in place, at which point production and delivery of MMUs will continue as planned. So a bit wishy-washy, this statement. So they're saying it could only be a matter of days till we restart production, not start production, restart. So it makes me wonder if they've had something hold them back, or a delay or something, and they're waiting to restart this production again. So that's something. They're not giving us any figures. They're not saying we can produce 5 a day or whatever. Now we've increased it to 7 a day. So we don't know. This could just mean they can now create 2 a day as opposed to 1 a day, or half, or a quarter of one, whatever. I don't know. Tech. Other aspects of the MMU development continue to progress and improve the profitability of Envion's mining. Envion's third generation cooling system has increased total efficiency of the MMUs, achieving a PUE rating of an extraordinary 1.07. This rating makes Envion MMUs some of the most power efficient data centers in the world. To give you some perspective, Google data centers score a PUE of 1.22 and are often held as a model for highly engineered efficiency. So that's really good news. They're saying that their miners and their power consumption is on par with one of the largest internet providers in the world. They've probably got the largest investment into their hard drives and supercomputer power. So that's really good news if that's all true. So thumbs up again for Envion. So ding, they've scored 2 out of what we saying, 2 out of 4 so far. Customers. We have been actively pursuing customers' offers for MMU units in all corners of the world and creating the terms necessary to turn offers into contracts. The energy industry is notoriously complex when it comes to structuring contracts, and our one-size-fits-all product is being tailored for customers requiring product, maintenance, operations, insurance, etc. to be ungrouped before being repackaged into a contract. That work has progressed to a point where large multinational energy companies are ready to do business. The Envion reading is boring. Sorry, PJ. Finalising the contracts with less complex customer offers who are ready to offer power to Envion and host proprietary operations. MMUs will not be possible until MMUs are ready for deployment. However, we will be ready to plug in and start mining as soon as the mass production begins. So again, really it's a no news. They're basically saying that maybe they might have some customers come at some point, you know, in large contract volume, which obviously we'll benefit from in the future, but hopefully. Mining has been limited to a small number of MMUs too, produced as prototypes for mass production. These MMUs were shipped to Berlin and have remained profitable even during the major slump in crypto prices because of the MMU efficiency. Current pricing for MMUs has also been cut significantly along with hardware prices, which has had a positive effect on return on investment. So again, what they're trying to say is that even though one of people's fears was Ethereum's halved in price, how's Envion going to remain profitable? They're saying that even though the price of the cryptocurrency has gone down, so has the cost of ASIC miners, obviously the supply of GPUs, overall costs of getting hold of this equipment are at an all-time low, I suppose, if you like. Not an all-time low, but lower than what it has been for the last 8 months, I suppose. So therefore, obviously, a big chunk of money is going to be saved at the beginning, which if we do, that means a return on investment in terms of if Ethereum and stuff starts going up in price. They've already bought all the ASIC miners and GPUs at, let's just say for argument's sake, $500 per unit. But then all of a sudden they become really profitable once the price of the coin goes up. So you know, that could be a perfect storm really for Envion to get hold of the equipment cheaper, and obviously profit later on. The conditions for mining audit and pre-installation mining have also been prepared and are the only ones awaiting for the arrival of the hardware that will be purchased when ICO funds are made available. So they're not receiving any more GPUs or ASIC miners until this 100 million gets released to them. In the meantime, it's possible to start pre-installation mining with partner hardware at full capacity, but it follows without that mass production and installation, the mining audit is on hold until dividend distribution. So again, a no news story really. They're basically saying we're just waiting, which isn't very exciting for us investors. Tokens, 5 million envion tokens should be burned in the next coming days as soon as executive approval is granted. As previously announced, extra tokens were generated as a buffer which were not needed. The first burn represents the quantity of tokens which we know will certainly will not be attributed to any investors. I'm not too sure about this, guys. You know, I done maths earlier on at the early stages, and you know they were saying, we've raised 100 million. Now I always found it a bit skeptical because their website showed the exact amount they raised, so it'd be like $87,356,000. But then in the last day or two, it just went up to exactly 100 million, 100,000,000. So I thought, oh, they've just rounded it up. Obviously, I worked out, okay, based on that, really you would expect there to be 100 million tokens. But not everyone paid $1. Some people paid 70 cents, myself. Some people paid, 80 cents, then 90 cents, I believe. So I always knew there would be about 120, 125 million. And I think that was the figure that they came out with. But they're saying here that 5 million extra tokens were just generated for no reason. So that seems a bit scammy. Is that the right word? Or not sure about that. The only reason they would generate 5 million probably is if they thought, right, do you know what? We've got 10%. So we're out of that 125 million, we're going to get 12.5 million. Let's just up it another 5 million. We can, if it's really profitable, we'll keep them. I don't know, but they're saying they're burning them anyway. So I'm not too sure why. I don't ever remember them saying, oh yeah, we're going to have a buffer of 5 million envion tokens. If they have, comment down below, let me know, or join the group chat. I'm not too sure. The community team continues to help as many investors as possible to pass KYC and distribute tokens to eligible investors. So far, less than 5% of ICO funds remained assigned to investors who have yet to finish the phase of KYC process. Ugh! How? It ended about 3 or 4 months ago. The refund process has been initiated, and users who have been identified as ineligible will have the funds returned to them. This process is likely to take a few weeks, so a few of you are going to get your this is what I believe are going to be the 5 million coin burn. So I reckon that these people, they've said, oh, you're actually from America, oh, you're not accredited investor, oh, you're from, what was it, Germany or something like that, sorry, you can't invest. And they'll say, what, you've already charged my credit card or debit card or BTC or whatever. So they're going to refund those people back, and then I think they're going to burn their coins. I don't know why they wouldn't just say that, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because it seems to tie up. They raised 100 million. They're saying 5% of that, which you would round up roughly as 5 million. So I assume they're going to refund back the people that shouldn't have invested but somehow managed to, and they're going to burn their 5 million coins. That's what I took from it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. The refund process has been initiated. Oh yeah, no. The refund process has been initiated, and users who we have identified as I read that bit. The token distribution process including bounty tokens, and I know there's a big uproar about that at the minute. I'm not part of the bounty program, so I'm not endorsed or encouraged to promote envion at all. But I know some people were like, "What's happening with the bounty?" They haven't told us about that. Will not be closed and finalised until all refunds, burns, etc. are completed. Next step, so this is what's going to happen going forward, and this really should tell us, this should give us a reason why we should keep our tokens. why we should hold on to them until the next update or until dividend payouts start. So let's find out. The delay in the start of the mass production is also a delay in the distribution of dividends, obviously. It's quite possible the production will proceed quickly to scale as mentioned above. When large-scale mining begins, we will issue another statement with more information of when dividends can be expected. Boom, that's what we want to hear. In the meantime, Envion would like to reassure investors that the only effect of the delay of the mass production is a loss of calendar time. So what, they're saying that they're going to be able to pay dividends out on exactly the same day, which means they're going to have less MMUs deployed, which means there'll be less mining, which means the first dividend payout's going to be less. So I don't know how they can say, yeah, don't worry about it, guys. The delay in actually making these things, it's just cost us a few days. It won't affect you in any way whatsoever. I just don't see how that. It's either going to delay the dividend payouts or it's going to reduce the dividend payout. So someone's going to get affected in some way. But there you go. That's what they've said. There is no indication that return on investment, etc., will be negatively affected. Finally, the envion team regrets the slow pace of our public communications. Communication will be more frequent going forward. Though not as frequent as during the ICO, we hope that you respect the process and recognise efforts to spread disinformation by those who want to exploit the community's desire for more frequent updates. The challenges of a startup are many, and the delay is just a bump in the road. For many of you who have invested with a long-term view of the profitability of the technology and concept, the founders are confident in their ability to navigate these choppy waters and will only confirm your support for envion. And that's it, guys. So, sorry if that was a bit of a drawn-out process, but what are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys think of this update? What are your thoughts on envion? What are your thoughts going forward? We've seen the price actually; it seems to be steadying out a bit now, which is good. Let's catch up with what you guys have said while I was reading all that. Hey PJ, hi bud, how's it go? It's nice to see Zcash ASIC miner proof going a bit. So PJ and Russell having a private chat. Baby London says this company is backed by physical mining products. They could have been more descriptive of the type of coins and the amount they were going to mine. Plus, surprise, no pictures or videos. 300 watts, yep, that's crazy. I saw 6 months ago, PJ. What's everyone's favourite car? Hi player, this is Goji Chadel. Hi player, I was also had no idea that the envion team had no access to the money collected by ICO. Just the project is mega scale and the team is very slow. I'm calm now, but at least it's not mega deception, and we will obviously need to load with more patience. I personally will keep my investment in envion 100% for at least another year. I'd say that's sound advice. Waiting for Chinese to wake up and dump before I buy back. Good point, Penfold. Obviously, this has happened in the evening in the UK and in Europe, I assume. But yeah, let's have a look at around the world, see what's going on. This envion reading is boring. Sorry, PJ. Glen, new material. Forget this coin. Ryan says, what's your favourite food, PJ? Bogdan says, what do you think about the Ethereum growth yesterday? Will it maintain? Ethereum has had some really good news come out about it recently. Obviously, the main guy from Reddit, as I talked about yesterday, he sort of predicts that Ethereum's going to hit 15k at some point this year, and he reckons that's going to be just below BTC, which he thinks will hit 20k. Obviously, again, not financial advice, but these are just his opinions and his predictions. And he was saying that Ethereum is going to be the major platform going forward. Then we had you know, senators talking about whether the whole of Ethereum is a security, and if it is, it needs to be heavily regulated. But they've actually come out and said, no, it's not a security. Obviously, it's a platform where securities are made from it, but the actual Ethereum concept is not a security. You don't buy Ethereum in the hope to receive payouts on a regular basis. The other news that I thought was interesting was someone was talking about the new update for Ethereum by Vitalik Buterin. Apparently, this shard concept, apparently it's going to be revolutionary. No other cryptocurrency out there, apparently. To be honest, I haven't looked too much into it, so it might be worth a read yourself. But apparently, if he can pull it off, because no one's been able to do it before, if he can do this concept, it's going to blow everything else out of the water. Now, Ethereum is a bit behind at the moment. You've got Neo and Lisk, Wave, EOS, Cardano, all these platform-based coins which have got an advantage over Ethereum because they've come out after Ethereum. So they've looked at Ethereum and said, right, what's good about it, what's bad about it, right, let's take them bits and let's improve on that bit. And especially EOS, I was looking into the other day, and they were saying that EOS, the whole network can be frozen. So if there was a hack like Ethereum had, the only way Ethereum could get out of it was to hard fork. Whereas EOS, they won't have to do that. They can freeze the whole network, attack that problem, solve the code, and then continue as normal. So therefore, you wouldn't notice an issue like for users like me and you. We wouldn't notice anything. That's EOS, and they had some other benefits as well. Their programming language. Apparently, with Ethereum, you have to use a programming language called Solidity or Solidify. I think it's Solidity, and apparently that's quite difficult to understand if you've never gone into that crypto space before. With EOS, you can program in almost any language you like and add it onto their platform. So there's a few projects coming out, but apparently this shard update that's going to come out for Ethereum will be revolutionary. So I do feel that Ethereum is going to have continuous rises throughout the year unless something bad happens, which is good if you're involved in Envion, because obviously we're receiving Ethereum payouts. So if it does go up to, I don't think it will go up to 15k if I'm being completely honest. If you look at it, I would say 2.5, 3k would be a good year for Ethereum, but we'll see. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. That was a bit of a side note. Sorry, just joined. Envion is an international mega project. When picking speed up will be brutal. Finish him. I'm happy that I dumped Envion right when it got onto the exchange. That's how we will lose nothing, just time. But we will be compensated. I don't see how, I'm afraid. Mining will only be profitable for the companies who sell the contracts, because these customers will overpay for the maintenance, like we see with Hashflare. I don't disagree with you there, Fred. I think the people that make the hardware are the ones killing it at the minute. And after that, you've got obviously the people supplying a mining service. They seem to be doing really well as well. And obviously Envion are doing that. In theory, they're a cloud mining service, if you like. And obviously the token's just a different way of buying into the contracts. Frederick says, call me when you get the promised 161% return on investment from Envion and tell me that I was wrong. You may be right there, Fred. You may be right. How much have you lost in Envion? It's really hard to say, actually. Today I lost about $200. I've actually cashed my envion out for Bitcoin now. Let's have a little look at this. Let's change it to 5-minute chart. Looks like it's bouncing back up a bit actually at the moment. Oh, there we go. Let's move. No, don't want to do that. David says, "Hi Glenn, hello." Oh God, David's going to go on the attack. He's hated envion since day one. I already made 25% in Ethereum by selling envion. That's more than anyone will get this year for holding. Just my prediction. Ethereum will pump when EOS will take over. Watch blocktivity.info if you see that 52% of all blockchain transactions are on Dan Lemir's chain. So this Dan, he's like the Vitalik Buterin, but for EOS. He already created Steemit and he already created BitShares, both of them very successful blockchains, very successful coins. So obviously people were expecting big things from him from this EOS. Obviously EOS came out and said, right, we're doing this year-long ICO, which no one else has done. All the funds are going to go into the platform. It's going to be huge. And that actually ends beginning of June, I believe. So we've only got about a month left of it. So that's why we've seen this steady increase of EOS. I can imagine EOS going up past about $60, $70 actually, which if you look at it right now, it's what, $17. I was thinking about it earlier today. Neo, which is a similar project, that went up to $120 at some point. It's dropped back down now to sort of $70. But if EOS is as good as everyone's thinking it's going to be, and as good as obviously the creators are promising it's going to be, I can't see why it wouldn't be worth $60 to $70 in a short period of time actually. So I do think EOS is a good bet at the moment. And although saying that, obviously the last week or so it has dropped in price. It's gone from $21 back down to $17 the last time I checked. Jai Han Woo are the one who get rich from mining. The rest are fighting for pennies. Sad story there, Frederick. Let's see what this is. That disappointed. Dude, I warned you with the tweet I posted. Are you talking about the envion price drop? I say I converted some Bitcoin back into envion today, knowing that it was a complete 50-50 gamble. I was either going to make 20% today or I was going to lose 20%. That's my honest thoughts, like my honest. And I think I said it yesterday, so you can't say, "Oh, Glenn, you're just chatting out your ass." If you go back and watch my video yesterday, oh, it's dropping again a bit actually. If you watch my video yesterday, you'll see that I said I think it will drop down to between 30 and 35 cent, and currently we're looking at 35 cent straight after the announcement. So give it later on tonight. You know, that could happen. Sold my EOS for Ethereum yesterday, right before the pump. My first inspired move ever. David Joe, he is one of the few people talking directly to Satoshi. I know that there's confirmation that he was in communication with him, you know, back when Bitcoin started. I don't know about now though. I don't think he's in communication with him now. Very nice, Bogdan. I'm all in on EOS. So many good coins out there to invest in. I'd leave envion, Sakil, Ontology, Substratum, EOS, Nano, to name a few. Bogdan, buy any shitcoin instead and get your investment back very fast. I'm surprised it didn't tank earlier. Yeah, okay, guys. Okay, you're ripping into me now. You know, I started this process off. It's all well and good to say, yeah, well, shit, shouldn't have got involved in it in the first place. But what you guys have to remember is, and I'm not trying to justify it, well, I suppose I am really, but I started this process off thinking, right, I want to accumulate 1 Bitcoin. And Raw will comment if he's watching this video. That was always my goal. This year, 2018, I wanted to accumulate 1.0 Bitcoin. Because if the price of Bitcoin does go up to, you know, people predicting 250,000, 500,000, million, 2 million, whatever. I was watching a Thomas Lee video and he was saying about potentially it could go to 10 million per coin. I've always wanted this 1 Bitcoin. Just want 1 whole Bitcoin. So when people say to me, yeah, but you'll never... This is what bothered me. People said to me, you will never own 1 whole Bitcoin, no, will you? Because it's like 16,000. And I said, why not? Why are you saying that? I will do one day. And I looked at it and I thought, right, I can't afford 16,000 at the minute. Oh look, you can mine for it. How do you get involved in mining? I tried mining using my computer. I tried mining using my phone. I looked into GPUs. I looked into ASICs. I looked into cloud mining. Obviously, it took me to Hashflare, Genesis mining. And then I saw, obviously, an ICO, like mass scale mining operation. I thought, oh, boom, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So, you know, envion came around at a time when I thought, yeah, mining's really super profitable at the moment. And, you know, if Bitcoin keeps going up the way it does, you know, it's, I can't lose, you know. So it's all well and good now, obviously, 5 months later, you know, saying, you know, Bitcoin's halved in price, Ethereum, everything halved in price, if not more. The difficulty's gone up in mining, so it's actually become harder to mine, half the price, like half the value. So it's obviously now, if I look back, I say, well, yeah, actually, I was better off. I could name about 400 coins that if I went back and spoke to 2017 Glen, I'd say, all right, Glen, looking trim. Because obviously I put weight on. But then I'd also say that don't invest in envion. Are you guys happy to hear that? I'd say, look, don't invest in envion. You're going to buy it at $1 or 70 cents. There's going to be no benefit to you at all in holding this token. At one point, it will drop to 35 cents. And 2007, oh, fucking hell. Well, if I wait till then and put in my, I can't remember how much I put in now, 1,200, 1,400, can't remember how many dollars I put in. But I'd be saying to myself then, oh, I might as well wait, because instead of getting 1,800 tokens, I'll get 3,600. I'll get double the amount. Yeah, that's right. Or not touch it at all, put my 1,600 in, you know, EOS, Bitcoin. Well, saying that, they all dropped 50, 60%. So, knowing what I know now, if Bitcoin ever got to sort of 17,000, I'd sell. And I would buy something else. And then obviously if Bitcoin went down, then I'd buy more Bitcoin again. Buy the dips. I've learned that, but it's taken me a 6-month process. It's easy for someone to join cryptocurrency today and for me to go, oh, you stupid dickhead, you should buy the dips. Don't be scared of them. Buy the dips and then sell when it's really high. When it's at all-time high, sell it. Buy a different coin that's at its lowest, and then when obviously the flip happens, then buy back into Bitcoin again. You've increased your position, and that's what I've been looking to do. Obviously, this is what I've realised, and I literally have. And you guys have seen my thought process every day. I've only realised this maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And I was saying, do you know what? I need to cash out of envion. I'm seeing all these other coins going up 40%, 20% in one day, 10%, even 10%. 10% in one day. You know, like if I had $1,000, I would have gained $100 that day. Obviously, picking the right ones every day is a mission, but you know, seeing this coin just flatline all the way. I think until they announce when dividend payouts are going to be, then, you know, then I'll buy back in. But at the moment, there's no benefit between now and whenever the next update comes out. There's no benefit in holding envion token. So I will not be buying envion token for the next couple of weeks, I would assume. They're saying they might potentially, possibly be in a position to start mass production in 3 days' time. Let's say that's a week to 2 weeks. Then obviously they need to make the things. They need to, you know, put all the GPUs in there, get them shipped out, get them connected. It's going to take a few weeks. It's got to. And if it takes a normal company a few weeks, it's going to take envion about 2 months. So I'm thinking envion is a project you want to hold on to summertime. Now, I say that this is the flip. This is the what could happen. And I'm going to say this because I can refer back to it in a few months' time. By the time that does happen, by the time they say, right, boom, we've got 500 MMUs, we've got, you know, they're all mining, they're getting free electricity or next to nothing, we've made this many millions of MMUs for other customers, so we're earning profit from all of that. We're going to pay dividend payouts now, and by the time I hear that news, I might think, yes, I'm going to buy some envion tokens. Right, let's go over and buy them. Oh, look, they're worth $20. Oh, fuck, I remember when they were 35 cents. I wish I'd bought them then. Oh, you know. So it's really difficult to know which is the right path. But at the moment, between now and the next update, I can't see any benefit in holding envion token at all. So that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Mining is always profitable. 2020, I stopped mining. You never get exactly the dip. You have to do many orders over time. I always do 4 buys. Do I split my investment into quarters? Yeah, and this is what, you know, I've realised. We don't know when the top will be, and we also don't know when the bottom will be. So it's very, you can get really bogged down, like really agitated and wound up by buying the bottom, because say you see Bitcoin go down to 6k and we think, oh my god, that's the bottom, it hasn't gone below 6k since last year, I'm going to buy in then, and you buy in at that point, and then it goes down to 5,800, then it goes to 5,600, you think, oh fuck, it's going down even more, if I sell now, you know, I've only lost $400 per coin that I bought, so if I do that now, I won't lose as much. What if it keeps going down to 1k? You know, oh shit, I better get on it. Then you end up selling again, so now you're part of the problem. And then obviously it goes down, and then it might go back up again, and then it's at like 6.5 or 7k, and you think, oh fuck, why didn't I just keep the coins that I had? Because I bought at 6.5. You know, you don't know when that exact bottom will be. It's impossible to judge. Impossible, because if you could judge it perfectly, you'd be a millionaire quite quickly. So you can't get it exactly, but when you get a sense, like I knew yesterday, if this update from envion was going to be shit, I knew it was going to drop. I knew it was going to drop down to 30 cent to 35 cent. And I also knew if it was a good update and a good announcement, it would go up to 70 cent to $1. And I still believe that. And obviously I've been justified today, like I've been correct, you know, it did drop to between 30 and 35 cents. So, you know, it was a gamble whether if I'd bought earlier on today, or should I have waited until after the announcement and bought in now? You know, I'd be in a better position than I would have been this morning. But that's the gamble I took. Literally a complete gamble. Unless you work for envion or know someone who does work for envion, you know, I'm part of about 3 or 4 different Telegram group chats all about envion, and I read everything everyone's posting. and I take all their opinions and all their news and all their, oh, I've heard a rumour that envion are doing this and apparently they're delayed in production, and oh look, here's a photo of where they're making the production things. You know, I see all that. I don't share it because people haven't asked me to share it, and I feel it's rude for me to share that information with you guys, so I won't name any names or show any photos and stuff like that. But I see it, and I literally thought, it's a complete gamble. Should I buy today or should I buy tonight? And I took the gamble and I went for today. I lost. But at least I got out. I've lost $200. On the flip side of that, I've gained about $1,000 in the last couple of weeks. So if you look at it over the course of a month or so, I'm up still. When I first set up my blockfolio, I shared it with the Telegram group. I haven't got it here now because we chat so much. It's like ages away. But, you know, I shared ages and ages ago my very first blockfolio. And you'll see on there that my portfolio was worth $1,600. I'm sure someone can back me up. And now today it's worth $2,500 or something like that. I've lost 200 today, so let's say 2,300. I haven't checked it while I've been talking to you guys. But, you know, it just goes to you can't always win. And sometimes you have to take the losses with the wins. Overall, I'm up over all of my cryptocurrency over the last few weeks. So I'm just trying to be as honest as I can be with you guys. There we go, look, so you can see here, this was dated, does it say a date? The 12th of April, so what's that? That is about, let's say 3 weeks ago. My portfolio is worth 1.8, but I shared it before that, I believe. And it was, I remember it was worth 1,620. That was when I first set up that blockfolio app. And now it's worth, you know, I say 2-3. So when I say, you know, I've lost $200, I'm just being honest with you guys. It would be very easy for me to go, you know, you see some YouTubers and they only talk about the things they got right. Oh yeah, I invested in this, this and this. And you see people commenting on their videos. I was watching, just to give you an example, I was watching a video by Voscoin last night about the Antminer Z9. Is it Z9? The Zcash ASIC miner. And people were really criticising everything he was saying. Oh, you're only doing this because you're trying to promote them because you get an affiliate link and you're trying to do it. And people would question it. And he was sort of backtracking what he was saying. He was being so careful with what he was saying. He was like, oh yeah, I took a gamble. Well, I didn't gamble. Actually, don't gamble because I'll get, you know, I can't say that on live YouTube. So don't do this, don't do that. And I thought, God, why don't, I've just been honest from day one, and I have got no fears. If I talk in 2 weeks' time on another video and I say, oh, I've made $300 from this, you guys will know, because you'll be like, oh yeah, Glenn, you transferred your Z Classic into Bitcoin Private, or you did this, you did that. And even when I sold my envion, I took a screenshot of my blockfolio, I sent it. I didn't even tell everyone yet. Oh, hey guys, just thought I'd let you know I've sold my envion. And people picked up on it straight away. They went, where's all your envion holdings gone? And I said, oh, I've converted it into Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin's going to go up quicker than envion. And people were like, oh, does this mean you don't believe in envion no more? And if you dropped out of envion, you're not going to... And I said, no. You know, I think Bitcoin's going to go up and envion's going to stay as it is. That's going to increase my position when I buy back more envion coins. So I'm trying to be as honest and as transparent and as clear as I can be. If you appreciate that in my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel. Comment down below, you know, if that's what you want to see. I hate watching YouTubers that I don't feel I can trust, because everything they're saying to me, I think, what's the angle he's going for here? Whereas I'm coming on these videos saying, you're right guys, I fucked up today, I lost $200. How many YouTubers do you see do that? How many? All their videos are normally posts saying, I made 100k in 6 months in crypto. I did this, I did that. I've just made $1,000 today in trade. You know, obviously I could post links like that. I really could. If I took a screenshot of my blockfolio and then put this month's blockfolio, I can put that in as a thumbnail with big bold red writing, and normally they put a red ring around something because that draws your attention to it. Look how much money I made, and that video would get 5,000 views. You know, people just click on it to say, "Oh, how much has he made? I want to know." You know, and I'm not doing that. I'm being honest, down to earth, genuine. So I hope you guys appreciate that, and I'll keep continuing, even if people are telling me, "Glenn, you know, you're an idiot. You're I don't know what word to say without offending someone online, but you know, you're stupid. You should have done this. You should have done that." But you know, I am doing what I feel is right at that point in time. I am listening to all the feedback I get from everyone, and you know, I use that and I try and make the best decision I can on that day. So I really appreciate all your comments, guys. Sorry if this is dragged on a bit. I always can tell that you guys are either really, really focusing on what I'm saying because people stop chatting in the group chat, or you're really bored and you're switching off. But yeah, no one's commenting for the last few minutes. I hope that makes sense, everything I've just said. I told you, don't buy envion, buy EOS. You did, David. And I listened to your advice, and I chose to stick with envion through. I regret that now. You were right. I should have listened to you. EOS has just skyrocketed the last few weeks, and you told me weeks and weeks ago, get out of envion. You told me, and I didn't listen to you because that was what I can't live my life saying, "Dave, tell me what to do next." I have to go with what I feel, and I got it wrong. It can clean up after envion. Envion volume is too low for movement. Yeah, there's only a few people that trade it. A lot of people that hold on to the envion token have bought them and they just keep them. Envion has never hit a decent exchange. Still only traded on shit BTC and smaller unknown places. Yeah, that is something I must admit. I am a bit disappointed with envion. You think, you know, they've had 4 or 5 months now, and judging by this update, they haven't got much going on with the production line. I know they've had it all, you know, they're setting it all up, and that's probably the hardest bit. But in terms of being on exchanges, then they're not on that many at all. Maybe they're waiting until they're on an up, and then they can really maximise it. Plus, like I said, they are a security token, and I think a lot of exchanges are trying to wash their hands of security tokens at the moment because of all this legality going on in America. That's my belief. I've got no facts about that, but that's just the sense that I get from what I see online. You're still at the disco. You're just sitting this dance out. As it makes me feel like there should be some sad song in the background, like "Lady in Red," and I'm just sitting there on my own. She's dancing with me. You ain't fucked up, Flen. My name's Glenn. Bit Glenn. It's a learning curve. I bought Tron at 15 cents in January. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for sharing that honest information, and that's what I like to hear. You're honest. You know, you've learnt from your mistakes, and that isn't a mistake. Who knows that Tron won't hit 20 cents in a couple of weeks, and then you'll say, "Oh, actually, I'm up." But you know, we buy at the highs because, you know, that's just how the game works, isn't it? That is how it works. If you see something going up 40% a day, and you've got $2,000 sitting there doing nothing, you're going to be like, so I could make £400 by the end of today. You're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to do it, and that's how we get stung out, because we invest in, then people drop, you know, wows and people that are ahead of the curve. Yeah, FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. They buy in, and you buy in, and the other people cash out. They cash out at the all-time high, and they've got it the right way round. They're expert traders. We're not expert traders. That is why, you know, it's always good to invest in a project you believe in, because then you don't care what the price is. And that's the mindset I've had for envion now for about 6 months, something like that. Actually, more than that, probably 7 months now. We're in May. So, yeah, about 7 months. I've gone, I don't care what the price of envion is. I don't care what David says about EOS, because I believe in envion and I believe they're going to do well. And I still think that, but I've realised in the last couple of weeks, it doesn't matter how much you love a project. If your money's sitting there devaluing 3% every day and something else beside it, which would only take you a couple clicks, would start going up 3% a day, you know, you're gonna do it, aren't you? You're gonna jump over. Or maybe that's just what they call a weak hand. Maybe I've got weak hands. But that's why I stick to this group, because I like the community for being open-minded. Thanks, Frederick. You've been there from the beginning, so thank you very much. Icestoner says, Glen Connect! I love Glen Connect! Ryan says, Star Glen. I assume that's because you called me Flen. B, and you smell bad. Fun fact about BitGlen, I very rarely have a BO odour at all, even if I've been running. I sweat, but I don't smell sweaty. Interesting fact. We need to call. I'd love to talk to you, David. I'd like to talk to any of you. I was actually looking at this app. I can't remember the name of it, where you can call people, and if you want to talk to them like for longer than 15 minutes, it's like a FaceTime call. Then it's like a paid service. You only pay like pence and stuff like that. But obviously, if you're talking to loads of people a lot, then obviously that's a way you can monetize your videos. It's not something I'm looking to do, because that's why I've set up the Telegram group chat, so you can all chat to me for free. But and obviously I do live videos every night, and you guys talk to me live anyway. But yeah, that was saying, I thought, God, if he was a big YouTuber like JMS, you know, I'm sure he's got hordes of people queuing up to have a half-hour conversation with him, and they'd pay for that phone call. Tony says, keep being you. I watch for your honesty, and you have the connection with the community. I don't own any envion, so none of that matters to me. So thanks, Tony, for sticking around, even though this whole video has been about envion. B says, absolutely do not beat yours. Beat yourself up over hindsight. Mark Harris says, EOS brother all the way. JMS says FOMO, that's what it is. Russell said, JMS, what do you think about those Antminer Z9s? They are beasts. $40 to $50 profit a day. They're not coming out until June, which I assume the difficulty is going to fucking skyrocket in that time. But what do you think? I know obviously you're quite heavy into the mining videos. I actually checked your channel last night to see if you'd done a video about the Z9. So I went over to Voscoin. I watched his hour-long stream. Who the fuck does hour-long videos? Jeez. I had to skip half of it. envion is no match for Proof of Goat. Russell's got the ICO all locked down. Yo, JMS Vlogs. Nice interview with that girl and the ETH pill last week. She was pretty cool. I watched that one as well. And I know that you've now said that you've got the pill working now, so it's more profitable. So well done for that. Frederick says, yo, no, I've read that. LOL, BitGlen says, no to the BO. No spray, no lay, no Armani, no Punani. I don't know if you have that in America, but in the UK, we have men that work in the toilets, in nightclubs and bars. So as you walk in, they'll spray you with perfume, they give you tissue to wipe your hands with, and they always sing songs. So they sing songs while you're going for a piss or going for a shit. And they say, no spray, no lay, no Armani, no Punani. What are the other things they say? Fuck. If some of you... Essex Stream, where are you? He's from Essex, so he must know. But they sing these songs. It always makes you laugh when you go toilet. Hey, Frederick, did you try the pill? We're not actually talking about drugs here, guys. JMS has done an Ethereum video. Check out his channel. He's got quite a big following, and he does mining videos. And there's an Ethereum enlargement pill that you can set up on your computer so you get more profits. We're not actually talking about doing drugs. JMS, no, I'm not mining myself, only cloud mining, but follows you anyway. I was going to do one, but Vosk had one, so held off. No, do one, mate. I'd rather listen to your video all day long. I've been to England a few times, loved it. Sing us Fong Song. Sing us Fong. I'm not doing the Fong Song. I will do one day because that is one of my favourite tunes. Our video cards are doing drugs. Yeah, well, JMS, what do you think about the... Oh no, I've already asked you, haven't I? The Z9. I don't know, I feel like people are going to get burned with that. I think it's going to be well in demand. Let's actually check. I wonder if they're sold out yet. Bitmain. I can imagine a lot of people buying that ASIC miner. And come end of June. Don't get me wrong, I still think they might be profitable by maybe $20 or $30, but not the 40 or 50 that they're quoting now. As soon as that difficulty goes up, people are going to be a bit pissed off. But, you know, if you can mine... Well, I didn't realise Zcash was worth so much. It's like, what was it, $300 or $400 per coin? You know, sell a couple of them, buy some Bitcoin with it. So, yeah, the Z9, crap, I'm mad. But, yeah, almost $40 a day. A normal appliance that earns you $50 a day? What? Let's have a little look. Let's try and buy one, see if they're sold out. David, again, he hates mining. He seems to really hate mining. Oh, coming soon. Let's see if we can... he says, Bitmain is the biggest scam ever. Well... They've made $4 billion in the last year, so that could be the biggest scam ever, or just a really profitable scheme. Now you can still buy them, still at 2,000. I'm waiting, because there's so many people doing YouTube videos about how profitable these are. I'm waiting for that to hit $3,000 to $4,000. Voscoin last night was saying in his video that he believes that because this is an Antminer Z9 Mini, there's going to be a full-blown Antminer Z9 coming soon, which is going to blow this one out of the water, which means even more profitability. And he was saying that he's trying to set up a secret meeting between the creators and developers of Zcash, NiceHash, Z Classic, and some of the ones that use the Equihash algorithm to try and say, look, let's make it all ASIC resistant so that we can stomp this Antminer Z9 out, because it's going to kill off GPU mining, which obviously if you look at Voscoin's channel, it's predominantly all GPU reviews, GPU rig setups. If you look at all his videos, which I'm not knocking, I think he's doing a good job, they're all GPU affiliate links to Amazon, so obviously he earns money through that, whereas there's no affiliate links for Bitmain, so you don't earn no money for recommending someone to go to Bitmain. So I don't know, that, you know, there'll be two sides to every argument. One says that ASIC miners, because they provide so much power, they actually increase the security of that blockchain, but then obviously it makes it more centralized because Bitmain are the ones mining most of the world's coins at the moment, which is all based in China, and they actually own the largest pools as well. Because if you buy one of these Bitmain Antminers, you're probably going to join the Antminer pool, therefore even more centralized, because all the commissions go into them, as well as obviously them, you buying the machine off them in the first place. Plus, you know, they're mining these machines months before they sell them. So when you buy one of these machines, they've never not, I assume, been used. They've been plugged into their systems for 2 to 3 months while they test them out. Because Voscoin was also saying about, with Bitmain, whenever they announce how much hash rate one of their machines does, they are spot on. Like he said that, you know, if anything, they achieve more than what it says in the specifications page. And he's, you know, he was implying, let me just turn the light on, that the only way they can get the figures so right is by obviously running these machines for extensive months at a time before they're even sold to the general public. So that was really interesting to me, actually. So I learned quite a bit. I recommend you go over to his channel if you want to know anything about mining. Got to hand it to Verge. They go out and get the adoption. Everyone can knock Vergecoin. Everyone's saying Vergecoin's this, Vergecoin's that. It's a scam. Look at the main developer. He looks like a chav. I don't know if you have chavs in America, but over here we call it chavs. But he's signed up with what was it, Pornhub? Massive deal, I think that is. And apparently Verge is going to be accepted for Spotify. That's only a rumor. Spotify's huge. Everyone I know has a Spotify account, and you can pay with, you know, Vergecoin. So I don't know. Yeah, whatever they're doing it right. I've got to admit, and that's what I said. You need a marketer. No matter how good your algorithm is, no matter how good your blockchain idea is, yeah, you will get a bit of attention. But unless you've got someone knocking on the doors and saying, hi, I've got this amazing product, would you like to invest in it? Unless you've got that guy with a bit of charisma and a bit of charm, bit of, you know, just go for it attitude, you know, I think your coin isn't going to take off as quick as you like. So Zcash will fork to be ASIC resistant. We don't know that yet. Now, Voscoin was also saying that the main developer for Zcash has always posted, like on Twitter and stuff like that, how they're proud to be ASIC resistant. Now this Z9's come out, he's actually posted a thing saying, well, actually, we never actually said we were ASIC resistant. We just said, you know, we're proud that we're one of the few. But, you know, so he's sort of backtracking. So whether, I don't know, having an ASIC miner just for your algorithm somehow increases, like I say, the security of your blockchain, increases the profitability of mining for them. I don't know. Maybe they're getting a backhander from Bitmain. I don't know what's going on. I would buy a Z9 in a minute if I could get my hands on it in less than 2 weeks. Not waiting 2 months for it. That's a lifetime in crypto. That is, and that's the trouble. By the time these things go live, the difficulty, I believe, is going to shoot up massively. Because as soon as people start plugging these bad boys in, the difficulty is going to rise. But then saying that, the price could rise. We're talking about May, June. These are going to be, I think, peak times for cryptocurrency, you know, starting to rise. So I really don't know. I was really thinking today. I even asked my wife. And when I asked my wife, that means I'm thinking seriously. I said, do you reckon I should trade in all my cryptocurrencies and buy this Z9? And she was like, well, why would you sell your coins that are going up $50 a day to buy a machine that might be $50 a day? And I was like, yeah, it's a good point actually. And I thought, God, she knows nothing about cryptocurrency and she just fucking stumped me right there and then. I actually said that myself, but she helped me come up with the idea. Yeah. Raw says, JMS, the whole renting a GPU rig out for the rendering type task would surely be a winner chicken dinner. Winner chicken dinner. JMS Flex says, Raw, yeah, for sure. Render token looks promising. I watched a video the other day when you were talking about that, JMS, about using it for people that want to create 3D rendering environments plus virtual reality, which takes up a huge amount of power. And obviously if you rent out your GPU, would that be more profitable than mining? And obviously you wouldn't have the electricity costs, I assume, because you're using your GPUs rather than the ASIC. And then therefore the profit you earn from that you could then put into crypto if so be it you wanted to. David says Bitmain is fake and fucked up company. Well, they're doing pretty well. Mark says traffic junkie from Monday for Verge. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mark. Sorry. Slicker photos. Yo, sapping people. B says I to M. I'm not too sure what that means. Nothing wrong with Bitmain. They are what they are, and it is what it is. B says, in 2 months, there could be 0 coins in Equihash. It's a marketing company. Yeah, I mean, S9 now, you got to wait 2 months anyway, I believe. I don't know what the wait time's like, but you might as well get one of them. Because even if, say, Zcash does come, unless they can get every single coin on that algorithm to say, actually, we're gonna be ASIC resistant, whatever coin's gonna be left, that fucker's gonna mine the shit out of it. So that's the machine to have at the minute. Did you ever bought anything from Bitmain? No, I haven't. I've never bought anything from Bitmain, although I was going to. I was going to buy an Antminer S9, and the morning I woke up, thought, right, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. They were sold out, and they were sold out for weeks and weeks after I'd said that. And by the time they went back online, if you go back and watch my original videos, it was roughly around the one that says Antminer's S9's back in stock. I did that video and I remember saying, yeah, look, they're back in stock. Let's go ahead and buy one. And I was going to video me buying one. And as I clicked like on it, instead of it being like $1,600, it was like $3,800. I was like, what? It's gone up more than double in price since I last year. And even at the other price, I was really hesitant to buy it. And then they just doubled the price. Because Bitcoin obviously was rising so quick. Obviously they thought they could capitalize on that. And they did. And they were still sold out. I checked it an hour or so later. Sold out. So everyone was buying them at the $3,500, $4,000 mark. So yeah, great marketing by Bitmain, or great, you know, publicity they've got. They're absolutely killing it at the minute, and I hope one day we can look at Envion and say that they're doing as well. Please look for rating before you'll buy. I remember when I first looked into buying a ASIC miner. I didn't really know anything about cryptocurrency. All I know is I wanted to accumulate one whole Bitcoin. That was it. And I was like, how can I do it? What's the quickest way? And I watched all these YouTube videos of people saying, the S9 will accumulate you more Bitcoin than anywhere else, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, right, that's what I want. And when I came over to this website and I went ahead to buy one, it said right at the end, you need to transfer Bitcoin Cash within the next half hour. And I was like, what the fuck is Bitcoin Cash? You know, I've only just got my head around buying Bitcoin through Coinbase, using a credit card and paying 2.5% fee or whatever it was. Just got my head around all that, and they wanted me to convert it. And you got to imagine, I know like this sounds really stupid now, for someone new coming into the space, this is why I always try and talk down what I'm saying. For someone new coming into the space, it's really daunting. Like really, like, what the fuck is Bitcoin Cash? Like, I thought this Bitcoin was going to take over. And now they're saying there's another one that's the same. Like, well, what's the difference between them? And how do I know that's not a scam? And how do I know? You know, I don't know nothing about. I don't know who Roger Ver is, and I don't know. You know, do you know what I mean? It's really hard, and it really put me off. And I said, no, well, I'm backing off now. Why does this company only accept Bitcoin Cash? It's because they want me to send them the money through this untraceable coin, and then I'll never receive a product in my life. I've had that happen to me before. I bought some trainers, oddly enough, from China, and they said, oh no, you have to send the money via Western Union. I sent them money Western Union. Never heard an email back from them. I emailed them all the time. When's my trainers coming? When my trainers coming? Nothing. Right, when can I get a refund? Nothing. I went to Western Union. Sorry, the money's you can't retrace it. You can't retract it. I'm like, oh, I've been fucking stitched over here. And it was even though it was only a small amount of money, I think it was like, you know, $60 worth. I had a sinking feeling inside. I felt sick because you've been stitched over, and this is what I thought of Bitmain when I first met him. But then I looked into reviews online, and every person that is selling an ASIC miner online, I was like, they're getting them from Bitmain. Well, if they're getting them from Bitmain, why don't I just go to Bitmain direct? They're adding their fee on top. So Bitmain must ship them out, otherwise where are everyone else getting them hold of? So in the end, I did trust Bitmain, and I was going to go ahead and buy one, but like I say, they doubled in price. And I'm glad I didn't now, because otherwise I would have paid $4,000 for an Antminer S9, which right now is probably not that profitable. So I would have And that would have been my investment. I would have doubled the amount of money I wanted to put into crypto. You know, I always say only invest what you're willing to lose. I would have crossed that line at that point, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be very, right, this is what I'm willing to spend. I'm not going to go past it. And I've stuck to that from day one. And people keep saying to me, Glenn, why don't you buy the Z9? Why don't you invest in EOS? Why don't you invest? And the only way I can do that is if I take money out of Bitcoin or envion or whatever I've invested in, because that's all I've got. I'm not going to put more money on a credit card for cryptocurrency. If I have a spare, I'm actually thinking I'm going to have a bit of money actually. I can't say where, because we all know there's one person watching this video that I don't want to know where my money's come from. I'm thinking I might be able to put some more money into cryptocurrency then, but I don't know if that's going through yet or not. You can tell a lot about them. Can't wait for Monday dip to buy more BTC. The wife gave me a couple $100 for my birthday today. Happy birthday, Tony. You didn't say that. When you come out? Happy birthday to you. Lots of Bitcoin and EOS. For my birthday, buy more. May the 4th be with you. Well, happy birthday, Tony. Hope you have a good weekend. Yeah, like trying to explain it to all my friends and family. No matter how much you understand it and explain it simply, it's lost on most people. And to me, it still is to this day. I was doing research on EOS for about 3 hours the other night, because obviously I'm going to do my EOS video. And even though I get the premise of the, you know, it's a platform, I can't just do a video, hello, EOS is a platform-based token. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like button. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, well, what's the difference? Why is it different to Ethereum? And that's what I was researching. And, you know, I looked into the guy who created it. I looked into the team. I was looking at the white paper. I was looking at all these things. And it's really daunting. It's really, really daunting. You have to really dedicate. No one can come into cryptocurrency and learn everything there is to do with cryptocurrency over a weekend or a week. You know, I've been doing this now for about 7 months, and I only know about the top 4 or 5 currencies, and envion. You know, so I only know about 6. So, you know, and then there's like hard forks, airdrops, mining. Different algorithm, even mining. You know, mining's it's a minefield. You know, it's a lot to take in. Bitmain was the biggest mining mistake in my life. David sounds like he's got a bit of a story to tell us, guys. He's going to open up hopefully and tell us why that is. B says, how about the time you woke up in a hotel bathtub missing a kidney with a sore backside? Well, yeah, that was a bad day. Woke, sorry, typing on a phone. Margin trading on Bitfinex, EOS Finex. Not used EOS Finex yet. Must have a look. Hello, EOS is the bollocks. I'm a pro in EOS. David, I do want to have a chat with you. So at some point we need to arrange. I actually downloaded Skype so I could talk to you. I had to create an account. I got it all set up, and then you said, "Oh, I'll ring you tomorrow," and then you didn't. So I was a bit upset about that. You hurt me. You hurt me here. That's really it, guys. I've been chatting for quite a long time, actually. How long has this been going on for? Hour and a half. Jeez. Sorry, I've been babbling so much. What have we got? So the highest amount of viewers we had was 22 at some point. I actually, well, if you're watching this, these videos that I do, they generally are about an hour, hour and a half long. I was thinking the other day I'm going to get a little timer, and I'm going to put it up here somewhere, and I can basically click start on it. And while I'm doing these videos, I can keep looking at it. And once it gets to around 50 minutes, I'll start wrapping it up, so they're always under an hour long. And I think that will make it, you know, more interesting for people to click on. I can imagine a lot of people thinking, fucking hell, I ain't clicking on that video, it's an hour and 40 minutes long. And I did exactly the same yesterday with Voscoin. He done a live video and he said in there, this video isn't going to be longer than an hour. and I think it was an hour and 20 minutes. And even at the end, he said, right, I'm going to wrap this up now. Then someone in the live chat said, what do you think about this? And he went on a 10-minute rant about something. And then he even said, oh, I said I'd wrap this up. And then it was just him silence, just staring at the live chat. He obviously didn't want to go. He wanted to carry on. That's how I feel with you guys. You keep asking me stuff and I just keep talking. See, I thought, oh, at least it's not just me. Yes, get in. I tell you who is doing well at the moment is Superman. If you look at he's doing live videos. He's starting to talk really. I know he talked really fast anyway, but he's actually talking really fast, and he's doing live videos talking about the markets and certain coins and other topics, and he's doing it all within 35 minutes. And I think, God, he's doing that really well, because that means the live videos are going to be popular anyway, like my ones are. They, generally, you guys seem to really like them. But then also, it's going to make it more watchable for other people down the line. Whether you believe in him or not, that's another topic. But that's a good format to have. I know that some of the others are trying different things. If you go to, I'm talking about YouTube now, not cryptocurrency. So sorry, guys, if you don't find that interesting. But if you actually look at Crypto, he's one of my favourite YouTubers. He's sort of trying to mix the couple together. So like some of these videos, he's doing these crypto minute videos, which he's posting on Instagram, because you can only post a 1-minute video. Then he's uploading like an edited version of the video. Then he's doing the live version of the video, which goes on for like half hour, 45 minutes. So he's doing like 3 versions of the same video. The editing time in that, unless he's paying someone to do it for him, the editing time in that is dedication. I couldn't bear the thought of editing one of my live videos. Honestly, it would kill me. I hate editing a 30-minute video. When I did Bitcoin Cash, it took me 6 hours to do that 25-minute long video, because I had to edit down a 45-minute video into 25 minutes, because I have to sit there and delete all the times I've gone, well, and so, and what they mean, that all those bits. I sit there and edit all those out. That's why you see the videos a bit like, so anyway, and then, I have to sit there and edit it down, and like I'm doing now. Whereas in the live videos, I don't think you guys mind that, because you can see what I'm trying to say and thought process. Mark Harris says, he's a fucking clown. Give me your email, I will send you an email. You can email me at... What email can I give live? Well, I suppose the one... I don't know, actually. That's the one I do everything through. I've given my email away loads in these videos. It's always on the side or at the top when I log into Hashflare, or... So I suppose I should give that one, really. You can email me at glenhammond@live.com. There you go. I'll just go glenhammond@live.com. Big Glen Season 1. You are more entertaining than Netflix. There are highs and lows, suspense and mystery. The show has it all. All we need now is a sex scene. Wow. Mark Harris says, Omar's cool. Frederick, maybe you can split the video into 2. News first and off topics for the second half. That's interesting, actually, Fred. That is a good idea, I suppose. I could end the video and then quickly say, guys, just stick around, and then start recording again. Then I'd have 2 videos. Glen Hammond, so it's spelled GlenHamm, so double M, OND, @live.com. Please, if you're watching this, don't hack me. I'm going to have to up the security of that web account now. But I've given it, to be honest, I've known that that's an account I always have to be careful if anyone sends me anything through. since day one, every time I've logged into Hashflare, which are my most popular videos, I don't know who watches them. You know, like there's loads of people watching it. It could be anyone. Whenever I sign in, it says at the side, welcome glenhammond@live.com. So I always knew that I'm giving away my email address. And Raw knows in particular that I give away too much information. Soup's a clown, that is, by the way. What is your mother's maiden name? Imbotep. I will send you an official email from a big German bank. You can trust me. I don't mind so much you guys. It's not. Trust me, David. If I didn't trust you guys, then I wouldn't have shared it. It's more. There's 20 people in this live video right now, but come tomorrow, there's going to be about 150 to 200 views on this video. I don't know who those other 170 people are, so it was more them than you. You could have just asked for his email left it there. Well, I've given my email away address so many times. Like I say, if you go to any one of my old videos, my email address is in there. I actually have about 5 email addresses. I probably should have just gave the one that's associated with my YouTube account, because that's all I use it for. Damn, why didn't I just do that? Stupid Glenn. My actual, oh no, I won't go into that. So anyway, that's a different setup. Just so you guys know, while we're on the topic of YouTube, I'm actually up to date with all my comments. I sat there the other night and I actually tried to reply back to every single person. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because they're scammers. Don't worry, Glenn. No one wants to steal Bitcoin. You're right there. No one wants a dying token. Pretty much every video I upload now, the first comment is normally, oh, Telegram token's going to be the only one that will go up this year, and cryptocurrencies can't be advertised on Google or Facebook anymore. It's all about Telegram. And obviously they're all scam. I'll try and delete them all because I don't want anyone to click on it. But I get them every day, every single time. Every time. Oh, this one. Delete that. Delete that. This is out there. He said, you are the worst trader ever. LOL. But I still like your channel though. Thank you for that. I did actually say, in my defense, I've always said I'm not a trader. Do not copy what I do, and do not take anything I say as financial advice. Now change your email password from BitGlen to something else. Damn it, that was a good email. A good password. What do you guys think about this Zeal Killer? I keep getting comments and I assume that they're scam ones, but I think I've heard you guys talk about them, and if you guys say it, then I believe you. Oh, look, you can see here actually 1, 2, 3. Actually, that is definitely a scam one. Coins airdrop today was necessary to do Zeal Killer now. The exchange is possible to sell them. That one I'm not too sure about. I assume these are affiliate links or something. Today has come 900 tokens from the airdrops. It's better to sell them now. Zekilla again. So Zekilla seems to be the new Telegram thing. BBL, boom, first. So I'm up to date with replying to all my comments now. Apart from the scam ones, I don't reply to them. So that's good news. Obviously, I still get the usual spam. I bet there's a Telegram one in here somewhere. 3 tokens, new token, airdrops. I was thinking, shit, I've just said that, and now there isn't one there. But in the last comment, if you say that, Fred, then I'm all ears. I'm all up to date with replying back to everyone. In terms of my YouTube channel, for anyone who's interested in YouTube channels, JMS is probably gone now, but I assumed his videos were monetized a long time ago. Mine still are not. I hit all the targets that YouTube set back in December, when it used to be the old target, which was I think you had to get so many views or something, 10,000 views. I hit that really quick. But then they changed it as of January to, or something like that, to you had to hit 4,000 hours of watch time, and you needed to hit 1,000 subscribers, and you guys really helped me. I said to everyone, please subscribe to my channel, please subscribe, I want to get 1,000 subscribers. There was no point me doing that at all, because now I'm up to 1,158. I've hit 10,000 hours of watch time, and I'm still not part of the YouTube partner program. That means I don't get the super chat, I don't get monetized my videos, so I still to this day do not earn any money from doing any of these YouTube videos. So not that that's a oh boo-hoo poor Glenn. I actually really enjoy doing these videos, so I'd do them whether I earn money or not, which I've proven because I don't earn nothing from doing these. But you know, I've hit all the targets that they set, and they've been hit for well over 4 months. And they said we hope to have everyone up to date by the end of April. Obviously, we're in the first week of May now, so if I go back to that channel just to show you. If any of you, I know some of you message me sometimes saying, Glenn, I'm thinking about doing a cryptocurrency channel. Obviously, if you ever need help, please contact me. Not that I'm an expert, please. I'm not an expert. You can tell how crappy my videos are. It says here, you've reached 4,000 hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Nice job. Your channel is now being reviewed. Make sure it complies with YouTube partner program terms and our community guidelines. We'll email you a decision, usually within a week. Now that's changed actually. Oh no, they've changed it here. Before it said there, we're looking to have everyone's accounts done by the end of April. It says now, we are currently moving through pending YouTube partner program applications, and we're hoping to get caught up by the end of June. Oh. Oh. Bullshit. By the time that happens, so I've got all of May, all of June. That's if they even honour it then. That means I would have hit all my targets for 7 months of the year, and they don't backdate it either, so I won't get any money from, you know, all the views and subscribers that I've got like from the beginning of this year. It will start from June, so if my subscribers start to go down from that point, you know, I won't nothing. So you guys still here? Oh, thanks, Jamis. Good stats, man. Does it say anything? Does it say they're still reviewing? Yeah, it does, till June. Don't worry, Glenn, you're earning friends instead. Oh, thanks, Bogdan. That actually means a lot more to me, actually, because I'm not an idiot. I know that like say for the last 28 days here, just so you know how YouTube works, you get paid well, JMS will probably know better than me because he's got quite a large following, but you normally get paid per 1,000 views, or on average per 1,000 views. So let's say it's $1 per 1,000 views, just to make it really nice and simple. You would say there, I've had 8,000 views in the last month, so I should earn about $8 that month. It's not mega money, it's not huge money. It could be up to $2, $3 per 1,000 if you're lucky, depending on the type of adverts. But by the time I get approved by YouTube, YouTube are looking to ban all cryptocurrency ads. Now, apparently, cryptocurrency ads pay pretty well, from what I understood back in December time. By the time I get approved, they're probably not going to approve cryptocurrency ads, so I won't even get that. So I'll probably get ads that probably have no relevance to my channel at all. So therefore, I probably won't receive. So I'm not expecting huge payouts. If anything, I would be more interested in the super chat, because I know as the channel grows, there will always be people that want their comment at the top or want me to read it out. At the moment, I can sit here and take my time and reply to every comment you guys post. If I get sort of 200 people watching my videos at a time, you know, you see other YouTubers, their live comments, and they're just going up, and you can't read them, you can't keep up with it. You can set a feature that says, you know, so they come up slowly, but even that is still pretty fast. So the super chat, people can like donate $2 or something like that, and that means their comment goes right to the top, and it's highlighted. So I can say, oh, thanks for the donation, blah, blah. And I see someone who does that quite a lot is Crypto. He's, if you watch one of his live streams, he gets loads. I was watching his one the other day, and he must have, within about, I think it was this one, within the space of about 5 minutes, I saw him receive about 10 different donations, and some were for like $200, $100, $50, you know, $10. And I was thinking, God, this guy's earned like $300 already just from doing this live video. And I was thinking, there's me doing like live videos. I don't know nothing for about a year. So I don't know, but obviously he's got 100,000 subscribers. So, you know, he's done really well to get to that stage. Jump on eToro and back Nvidia before earnings next week. JMS says, oh crap, YouTube is shit. I quite like YouTube. They're going through a few changes at the moment with their live, you know, how their live videos work and stuff. But to me, it just works. You know, I go on here, click a button, and I'm live in front of all of you guys. It's on my phone, so pretty much I can go live anytime I want. So I quite like YouTube. Keep growing the channel until then. I use eToro. I like you pay a fiat so you can bypass the fees at Coinbase. Pay a premium though. I've never looked into using eToro, but they do advertise a lot through YouTube. Ever thought of uploading videos on Steemit? Tony, I get sent messages probably once a week or every few days saying, Glenn, why don't you put your videos on DTube or Steemit? I have tried. I've tried a few times and it just hasn't worked out for me. And I'm trying to get my head around trading, cryptocurrencies, YouTube. I can't get my head around another thing on top. I was even saying to my missus the other day, there's a new Spider-Man game coming out for the PS4. Oh no, Detroit. There's a game called Detroit coming out, and it's coming out at the end of May. And I said, shit, when am I going to get a chance to play the PS4? And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, I only get 2 or 3 hours in the evening to myself, and I give that to you guys. And I said, you know, if I want to play PS4, that means I have to give up doing YouTube, because one will suffer, you know, because even if it's like, people message me every day, Glenn, are you going live today? Every single day. Some days I say, no, don't fancy it today. No, there's not enough news for me to talk about. Don't fancy it. Some days I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I just want to talk shit for half an hour. And if I'm sitting there playing PS4, I can't go live because I have to do research before, play the game while talking crypto. Now, I thought about that. I don't know if you guys have ever... I love the creator of these games. He's done Fahrenheit. He done one of my favourite games called Heavy Rain. Detroit. I swear it's called Detroit. Game PS4. Detroit Becoming Human. This game, Heavy Rain was one of my favourite games on the PS3. Then I replayed it again once I met my now wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. And I said, oh, she loves murder mystery stuff. No, I'm not playing Fortnite. Easy money, yeah. If I want to increase my subscribers, I should do a Fortnite thumbnail. But yeah, basically, it's a really slow-paced, boring game, if you like. It's sort of quick time events. You're basically just watching a story, and it will say like dodge left, and you push X and stuff like that, and you make decisions like kill this person or walk away, or you know, stuff like that. And then depending on what you chose, at the end of the game, you will have a different outcome. I love that because to me, it's like watching a film, but for 30 hours. I love it, absolutely love Heavy Rain. Then they did a game called Two Souls. I completed that one, and now their next game that they're bringing out is this Detroit Becoming Human. Now, I know when this comes out, my wife will want to play it with me. We play it together. She sits there and watches me, and I say, oh, what decision shall I make? And then she says, oh, yeah, kill him, or no, don't. And we sort of play it together. I know when this comes out, my YouTube time is going to go down. I'm giving you guys a heads up now because it's not coming out for another 3 or 4 weeks. So, but yeah, my YouTube, the amount of time I have in the evening or day is going to decrease. So there you go. Yes, all crypto tubers should support DTube. Apparently, it's really hard now to become popular on DTube and Steam it if you do cryptocurrency, because so many people are doing cryptocurrency videos on DTube and Steam it. So yeah, I think it'll be difficult for me to go on there. Obviously, I've only got a small following. I could try it. I'll try it again if you guys really want to do that. I just think, you know what, everyone that supports me has met me through this platform. Why would you go over to there? I mean, I'd love it. I've noticed a lot of YouTubers, what they're doing is they're doing their live videos and all their content on YouTube, and they're like that crypto guy, and they're basically just slipping in, hey guys, can you quickly go over to Steam it and click on this same video you've just watched, but just upvote me, because you get money per upvote. So people are not watching it on Steam it, they're just getting the upvotes, and then obviously withdrawing the Steam it coin and then selling it on an exchange or whatever they're doing. And I thought, God, that's because when I heard him say that, now he's saying that like, he said in one of his videos, we're doing a giveaway, and to enter the giveaway, and I thought it was the most long-winded process of entering a competition. He was like, you have to follow me on Twitter, you have to like me on Instagram, you have to subscribe to this channel, and you have to go over to Steam it, and you have to at least upvote one of my videos. And I was thinking, God, fucking hell. It's basically saying, like me on everything. And then you get entered into this coin that was a new coin that was coming out. I don't know. But still really, you know, and when he said that, I understood what he was trying to do. The way that he sold it was as if, oh, hey guys, you know, you're helping support the channel. Really, he's saying, look guys, you're giving me money by, you know, the amount of viewers I get on this video, plus Steam it, plus the other way. That's how I read it. But he's got a really subtle and easy way of doing it. Obviously, I'm quite honest. I'd say, guys, can you just click on the Steam it video so you can help me earn some money? Whether people would actually do that or not, I don't know. Play Fortnite. Oh yeah, the JMS, you said play the game while talking crypto. Because this is such an intense story-driven game, you have to really sort of listen to what's going on. As you can see here, and then there'll be scenes where there's loads of action. It'd be very hard for me to focus on that and be like, oh yeah, by the way, Bitcoin's just gone up $200, blah blah blah. Maybe I should set up my own Twitch streaming thing or something, but again, that would slowly evolve into me playing video games live as opposed to doing cryptocurrency, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day. Play Fortnite. My son plays Fortnite. He tries me, or all of my sons play Fortnite. They try and get me into it, and they've tried showing me how to kill people on it, and I'm just really bad at it. I used to be really, really good at Call of Duty. Loved Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare game, and then Modern Warfare 2. Absolutely love those games. Got really high up in the rankings in the world. I had a 35 kill streak, which for that game back in them days was huge. I remember Modern Warfare 2, the kill streak for a nuke was 25, and I thought 25, God, I got like 35 in the last game, and so I got a few nukes. Then I thought, you know, that's where you kill everyone in the game. But yeah, just haven't really been into the PlayStation and Xbox scene for about 2 years now. I haven't really played any game, and this is the only game that I've been thinking, oh, I can't wait for that to come out. It's been delayed. So I've been waiting ages for this game to come out. But yeah, there you go. Pug. I've had thousands out of eToro, never had an issue. Don't sacrifice the channel or the game, just sleep less. You're funny without sleep, LOL. COD 2 was the best game ever when it went down and down. Buy a PC, play games, mine when not playing. That is a good point, actually. Right, that's it, guys. I've talked shit with you for almost 2 hours. I hope you like that envion review. I hope that it maybe cleared up some things in your mind. Let's just check out the price, actually, because obviously I've been chatting to you guys for 2 hours. Let's... do you trade on other markets like Forex or stocks? No, I don't. I've only ever got into crypto, and obviously I'm not doing too good at that at the minute, so I can't get my head around other stocks. Let's have a little look at envion on this. Set to 35 cent. I mean, look at that graph. Every time I see that graph, I think, fuck. It's the only coin I know. It's the only coin I've ever seen with a graph like that. It's the only one. Look at these other, you know, even if you go to, let's go to like page 3, right? So that's lower than envion total market cap. Look. I mean, some of these have gone down a lot worse, but there's none where it's pretty much a straight line across, apart from this one, which is Hydro Protocol, but then it's had a spike recently. None of them. Envion's the only one I know where it's almost like a kid's just drawn a straight line across. But never mind. You live and learn, didn't you? Live and learn. I gave Sank a try. I got involved in the ICO stage. I was watching a video the other day and they were saying... oh, money's not to be made now in the ICO stage. You need to get involved in the pre-ICO. I was thinking, fucking hell, like, how many stages are there to this getting ahead of the curve, getting in front of everyone? You know, you have, like, the pre-sale and the group sale and the ICO stage. Then after the ICO, where it slumps in price. I think that's the best time to buy. Apparently with pre-ICOs and crowd sales, you need to invest so much. So like you have to invest at least $10,000 or $20,000, whatever they'd set. But then you get them at a highly discounted rate, and then they just dump them the second they go live on the exchange. That's why they go up so high. But I think that dip after, when they go down, like say like this cloak coin, you tend to see this a lot with ICOs when they go live. Now, you guys might say, no, Glenn, that's untrue. Look at this, and this ICO. It went straight up. But this is the trend that I've seen with a few ICOs that I've kept my eye on. They always seem to start off high, slump down. Even like hard fork coins like Bitcoin Private. It was selling at $800 when it first went. Imagine that mug that paid $800 for that coin. They've been worth $20 ever since. So, yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts. This True Chain, that's gone up pretty well, actually, isn't it? It's up 10% today. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. Thanks for sticking by me. Bloody beginner. David, you seem so angry all the time. Probably because you're a bit of an expert and you're watching us amateurs. It probably annoys you. I can imagine, you know, like when you see people learning for their test and you sit behind them and you think, oh, fuck's sake, just pull away. And they're obviously stalling it and they're trying to do a 3-point turn really slowly and you think, oh, for fuck's sake. It's annoying because you know it's so easy. But of course it's easy for you. You've been driving for 20 years, you mug. But for that person in that car, that's the first 20 minutes in their experience of doing that in the car. So you just get annoyed watching them. So I can imagine that's what you feel like, Dave, watching me. I paid $1,350 for Ethereum once. I'm thinking it'll go back to that price pretty soon, Mark. So hold on. True, Mark Harris. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think it takes a big person to actually come out in a public space and say, yeah, do you know what? I made a mistake there. I lost money on that. Or, you know, I should have bought at that time, really. It takes a big person to do that. It's very easy for someone to go, hey, I made $500 on Ethereum. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I swapped it from Bitcoin because I knew it was going to go down. You know, you always get that dickhead. I'm trying to stay clear of being that guy. You know, I'm trying to just... And that's why you always see me hesitate. Whenever I say, I said the other day, you know, I always pause and I go, the other day, if you watched my video, I did say it was going to go down to that price because I don't want to be that dickhead. But, you know, sometimes you just want to say, I did say this would happen. And I knew today would go the way it went. But I knew it was a 50-50 chance that it could go the other way. So, there you go. I took the gamble and I lost. So, thank you for joining me on that journey. Thank you for all your advice. I bought Bitcoin when it was at 16k. But has made profit because of trading shitcoins. There you go. Frederick's found a solution to a problem that he was faced with, and that's what it's all about, learning. You know, you know, Frederick, you say that you bought shitcoins. The other week when I was saying, oh, do you know what, guys? I think I might just invest in shitcoins. I got slammed for it. Slammed. People were saying, Glenn, you're going against what you originally said, and you shouldn't do that. Stay clear of it. Just invest in Bitcoin. Watch Bitcoin go up. But, you know, you just said exactly how I felt the last probably week or two. It's only taken me the last couple of weeks. I've always been like, yep, stay with Bitcoin, and maybe Litecoin and Ethereum. They're like the main three that I'm like, yeah, stay there. But now I'm starting to realise, well, you know, Bitcoin's only gone up. And I say only, obviously, in terms of stocks and shares, these are excellent returns within a short period of time. But, you know, Bitcoin's gone up 0.20%. But if we look at Matrix AllNet, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's gone up 25% today. If I put my $2,000 in that, I would have made, what, 500 quid or something today? You know, it's insane. But the key is knowing, you know, keeping your ear to the ground, checking Twitter, checking Facebook, checking any news, Reddit, you know, all these platforms where any snippet of information like, oh, Loom's joining Binance today. And I read it, I saw it, I was on Twitter, I thought, yes, I've got some coins in Binance. Yeah, I'm going to convert my coins from whatever I've got in Binance, which was about $300 worth, into Loom. Because it's gonna actually, let's check how Loom's done actually. Because it's gonna skyrocket because it's just joined Binance. And I thought, do you know what? I bet I'm gonna get stung with this, and I might just leave it. And you can see here, I didn't get any of that when I could have done. It was about 40 cent when I saw it. So it had already gone up like 10-20%. And I thought, it's already gone up quite a bit. I might leave it. And then it just went up and up and up and up. And it went up the next day. It went up like 40%. And I thought, fuck. Why didn't I just do it? You know, so sometimes it is about just reading a bit of news or a rumour and jumping in on it, all in, and then just getting out. Once you feel, right, okay, I've gained 40% seems to be like the, you know, if any coin is ever 40%, get out. You know, sell it. This is not financial advice. That seems to be the magic figure. You very rarely see coins that say 50, 60, 70% in a day. Very, very rare have I seen that. Apart from one coin that was up like 1,500% one day. 40% is like an excellent 24-hour growth period. Excellent. You know, when you're looking at the 30 to 35%, you should be trying to sell your coins at that point, in my opinion. And then obviously once there's a dip, like this Loom has, you can see this dip here, buy back in again. You know, because then you've bought back in after the 20% dip. If it carries up from that, you know, you're up even more. So these are all little tips and tricks that I'm learning as I go along. I wouldn't have known this 7 months ago, so I am getting better. You know, and I hope you join me on that journey. Evolve as it suits. I tried to buy FUD and sell FOMO. Just follow the groups and get out and don't look back. Profit is profit. Have you looked into Redcoin? No, I haven't. I haven't looked into Redcoin, sorry. Frederick says, yes, Matrix is nice. I bought some 3 weeks ago on iDex. Soon they will get listed on Hubo. Hubi might be. That's why it's pumping today. Gunbot. When others bought BNB tokens, I made 30%. I bought Hubot tokens and made 2 times, but has also missed a lot of gains because I got out too early. Yeah, that's the flip side. You could go all in on a coin, and it's all well and good saying, "Oh yeah, I jumped from that coin to that coin, and that one went up double." But what happens that day when you put all your money into a coin, like Envion today, and it halves in price? You're like, "Fuck, fuck! I've just lost half my worth." You have to. There's 2 options at that point: sell at a loss, and obviously with your whatever you're left with, you buy it into another coin, or hold on to it. Hold on to it. Like Z Classic, you guys all know I bought it at $100 and it went down to $6 and I held on to it, and at one point it went back up to $40 and I thought, God, I might actually, if this keeps going on, I might actually make a profit. Like, that seems absurd. Like, I thought there's no way I'm ever going to earn any. Even the development team of Z Classic said, we are no longer supporting Z Classic. We are no longer going to be doing any development for the Z Classic community or anything. So I thought, that is it. I've completely lost $500 from this coin. And now they're going to be doing another hard fork, and it's going to be Bitcoin Anonymous. And I'm thinking, yeah, I reckon I bought some more. I thought, fuck it, I bought some more. I bought it at $20 because it dropped back down to $20. I bought some more, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I think it's going to go back. So I hope. Obviously, that's more August time, so I've got to wait a few months for that. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to be a 3 or 4 month investment, that one. But I'm hoping that one makes me about. I'm thinking in my head, if it goes up to $100 a coin, I think I'm actually going to be $3 up from Z Classic, potentially. We'll see. If you ever see Z Classic at $100, I will be pushing the sell button so fucking hard my finger's going to snap. So there you go. That's what I think. Hey, I was winning the end of Nano back on Binance, 50% in 2 minutes. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If you want to carry on this chat, please join the Telegram group chat. Me and Fred actually are the admins of that group chat, and you're more than welcome to join in. So as long as there's no shilling, paid promotional stuff, scams being shared or commented on, then feel free to comment whatever you like in there. I'll see you guys there. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to this channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video from Glen. It probably won't be now until we've actually got a bank holiday weekend. I've mentioned this about 3 times because I'm so excited. Apparently the UK is going to have lovely weather this weekend. It's a bank holiday. I think we're going to the beach for a day. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow, so I'm taking her out up London for the day. So I'm going to be out quite a lot over the weekend. So the reason I'm here so late tonight, she said, "Oh, I assume you're going to do live videos tonight because we're going to be away most of the weekend." So you may not see a video from me over this weekend, but I'll try and slip one in somewhere, even if it's just on my phone, me doing a live update about something or other. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining the video. Thanks for all the support, and thanks for sticking by me all through, even when I make mistakes. So cheers, guys. I'll see you later.